Kamala Harris targets Mormon voters in Arizona battleground. Vice President Kamala Harris is recruiting prominent Latter-day Saints to argue in pivotal Arizona that Donald Trump does not share the church's ideals. On Thursday, her state campaign created an advisory council to formalize outreach to Mormon church members and former members. Latter-day Saints and former church members make up approximately 450,000 of Arizona's population, 6%. They could be crucial in a close race. Mormons traditionally vote Republican and will likely stay in the GOP coalition. Based in Republican states, they have long dominated GOP primaries and local politics in the West, but not national elections. AP Votecast reported that 7 in 10 Mormon voters favored Trump in 2020, while 25% supported Joe Biden. Harris focuses on preventing Trump from dominating demographic groupings that support him. A modest number of Latter-day Saint votes would make a tremendous difference in a state with a history of close elections, but she is unlikely to gain a majority. Biden won 2020 by under 10,500 votes. Democratic Attorney General Chris Mace won 2022 by 280. Latter-day Saints in Arizona support Harris despite their qualms, citing church teaching that the U.S. Constitution is divinely inspired. Former Republican State Senator Joel John, who will co-chair the group, said, "The Constitution is a tenet of our faith, and we certainly shouldn't be voting for those who have showed a disrespect for it. And we shouldn't support someone who tried to topple it on January 6. The Salt Lake City Church does not support candidates or parties, but John advised Latter-day Saints to elect decent, honest, and wise officials. Trump lacks those moral attributes, he argued, regardless of Harris's economic or gun rights policies. Republican National Committee spokesperson Haley Dobbins stated Democrats allowed progressive policies to destroy conservative values. President Trump has constantly sided with Christians by preserving religious institutions, selecting constitutionalist justices, and supporting Christian principles nationally and abroad, Dobbins added. He prioritizes protecting religious communities, not fighting them. Trump has struggled to win over Latter-day Saints, despite his early support from conservative religious conservatives. Trump's harsh language and insulting rhetoric toward women and people of color conflict with the church's teachings of humility, morality, and compassion for many adherents. It hasn't helped that Trump has feuded with church icon Mitt Romney, Republican Utah, and former Senator Jeff Flake, Republican Arizona. In Metro Phoenix's East Valley, ticket-splitting voters have rejected Trump-backed Republicans, turning a dependable GOP state into a contest. Nearly half of the population is Latter-day Saint. In the 1800s, Christian pioneers created Mesa, Arizona's third-largest metropolis with over 500,000 residents. Church members settled in rural Arizona, and their families are still there. Democratic efforts to win Latter-day Saints are old. Hillary Clinton compared Trump's promise to limit Muslim immigration to Latter-day Saint persecution in 2016. Harris is seeking to organize church people like Biden did 4 years later. The social expectation for Latter-day Saints to support conservatives is strong, but Brittany Romanello, an anthropologist and postdoctoral fellow at Arizona State University, believes Harris can win over younger, more diverse Latter-day Saints. She studies Latter-day Saint culture and identity. Mormons have been demonstrated to have this perspective that they aren't just voting based on party identification only, said Romanello, a former Mormon. They vote morally.